part, I would think. And I would hope that you would not allow that to happen again, as it has led to this mess you have here now. There were things in that CAC report that we really needed, like traffic control. It's been all these years with the same traffic mess we have every single summer because that wasn't taken out and approved. And the whole thing with VHRs, something else I want you to know. The people in Mendocino were almost completely unanimous against wanting them in their neighborhoods. They can be up in B, but not in A in the historic district. There are too few residents there as it is. As speaking for my neighbors, I do not want to see them in my neighborhood. I don't think any of us do. VHRs were going to be phased out. That's what that particular update said. They were going to be phased out. And so now to not even consider that update, I don't understand why not. We needed something, and that was a good thing, and it should be at least considered instead of going back to 92. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms.
Thanks
Daly.
for listening.
Eric Hollisland.
My name is Eric Hillisland. I live at 991 Pine Street in Mendocino. And I just want to thank the board for starting to work on this issue with some full force. And I just want to reiterate how important it is to our community, the whole thing about vacation rentals, single unit rentals, and in rooms. It's important to our community because of the town character, of course, and also the economy. It is the source of livelihood for many, many people in Mendocino. And I think that's why it's so important for us to really get down and nail this up and understand what it's all about. Two concerns I have right now are the numbers in the charts that we see on the recommendation. I think there are a lot of problems there, and I think it sounds like they're going to be addressed, but we want to be sure that those numbers are correct before we move forward. The second thing is the fact that on the coast, we didn't seem to know much about the process going on of the team. And it was only by a chance encounter with a neighbor that I found out about it, and that I was able to make it to this meeting to find out more what's going on. So I'd like to encourage and echo what Leslie said earlier about having somebody come to the coast and help us understand this, and maybe get some more input from the members of the Mendocino community. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Barbara Reed.
Good afternoon. I'm Barbara Reed. I've lived in Mendocino for about 30 years. I happened to be talking to Supervisor Wattenberger in the hall last week after he excused himself from the hearing, and he mentioned why he had to disqualify himself. But his rental is, someone just mentioned it, and it is a long-term rental, and that's what he told me, and I believed that to be the case. So that is maybe why it is as a residence, because if it's a long-term rental, it would be a residence. I'd like to go through the staff report numbers. I want to thank you. It's a good start. We've got some numbers to work from. But I'll mention this first. This is from the town plan review that was done by Linda Ruffing. And it's got 6 or 7 units on here. I can't. It says these and it says there's a note under it, and it says the facilities listed as items 25 through 34 highlighted are not listed on tables 413-2 or 3 in the Mendocino Town Plan, but were in existence on the date the plan was certified by the Coastal Commission. This document was approved by this board, the Town Plan Review. The Town Plan Review didn't go to the Coastal Commission. It went along with an application that we had for a general plan amendment, but it didn't go on its own up to to the Coastal Commission because Linda Ruffing came to the conclusion, as did this board, that there had not been enough change in the town to warrant a revision. This was just a review that she did. And there wasn't any change in the community character, and that's why it didn't go to the Coastal Commission. Now I'm going to go back to numbers 1 through, I think, 6. I agree to appoint, or we agree, a number of us, to appoint with item 1, except that we'd like to see maybe the tax assessor in charge and have some kind of a quarterly review with the tax assessor who issues the business license and keeps the TOT, and have her work with the MCCSD. Because the MCCSD does have good data. And by the way, I don't know why there's confusion, but here is MCCSD data that has, these are the residence counts. Here's the SUR counts. Here's the VHR counts. So they are keeping track